Very common question. What is the best camera to start a YouTube channel? And it can be a very overwhelming answer if you let it be. As soon as you get into these fancy cameras, oh my gosh, they have changed over the decades. There's more electronics in the camera than there were mechanics like when I was growing up. So we're going to sort through all of this and show you what's the best thing and hopefully not lose you in the process. Trust me, it'll be really easy. It'll be easy. Just keep watching. By the end of this video, we're going to go over several options that you have in the camera department. We're going to discuss some pluses and minuses regarding all of them. And best of all, you're going to have a really good idea on which one's best for you and how to get started immediately with little to no expense. Let's get started. I'm Nick Natarella with AdWise Creative. There are several cameras that you have to choose from. This is quite a topic for debate across the board, that's for sure. Everybody's going to have their favorite. Everybody's going to have a little nuance that they think outweighs the other camera. But suffice it to say, you just need to get up and running. That's what this channel is all about. I believe in you. You have the desire to get a YouTube channel for your business, and there's no reason why you can't get started this afternoon. Simply because you have a camera in your pocket. A very, very robust one, as a matter of fact, and it can get you started right now, so please don't worry about any extra expense. Just take that sucker out, put it in a tripod maybe, or even a selfie stick if you have to, and just get started. Once you're over that hump, the sky's the limit. What are some pluses that go with using your smartphone as your camera? First of all, it's always with you. Chances are it's always with you. So you'll always be able to shoot content whenever you need to. There's a really good chance that it's already got editing software loaded on it just because it came with it. So you can actually shoot and edit right there wherever you are, whether it be in a restaurant, whether it be in the office, whether it be walking down the street, doesn't matter. You've got it right there and you can take care of it. So now that you've shot all this content and you've edited it in the palm of your hand, now what do you do with it? You upload it to YouTube. Yes, you do that right from your phone. It's all rigged up, ready to go. So between shooting, editing, and uploading, you've got it completely and totally covered, all in the palm of your hand, ready to go. And one of the biggest hassles, not one of the biggest hassles, but one of the biggest things that can really turn into a rabbit hole is color correction. If you want to try messing around with videos and color correction, that's a department I don't even go to, quite frankly. I know one trick for color correction, and if I need it, I use it. But other than that, that's all I know for color correction. That's what filters are. That's what all of those filters are in your phone. You've seen the sepia, the old-timey, the monochrome, the stuff like those are all filters. Those are all, well, the fancy term is LUTs. Those are all fancy LUTs that are already built in. One click, boom, you're done. Very, very simple to apply. You'll see the results immediately, and you can be uploading to YouTube in a matter of seconds. Now, some of the disadvantages to using your phone. First of all, you can't do this. You see how the background's a little blurred right now? Well, we're going to get to that in just a second. How do you do that? It's a very simple, it's not even a trick. It's built into the camera. Unfortunately, it's not built into a smartphone. It's not built into your iPhone or your Android. You can't control that. So your background, you do need to pay a little bit more attention to the background and make sure that it is an acceptable background. Nothing too busy to distract because it will be in focus. So make sure that your background is acceptable, simple, and not a distraction. You can kind of get that effect if you take a quick flip over, set your phone to portrait mode. A lot of the portrait mode settings will do exactly that. The problem is it's a picture, it's not a video, but you'll see the effect on your phone if you want to do that, say in taking some pictures. There are some other main settings that you're going to find in, say, a DSLR or shutterless camera, a regular camera, you know what I'm talking about, with the base and the body, and you do this with the lens and good stuff like that. The very basic elements you can't control, like shutter speed or the ISO setting or the aperture. The main three that actually combine to make a picture, you don't have a lot of control over. The camera handles it for you, so you'll get a pretty good shot every time. But if you want to do some kind of depth of field thing or maybe a really cool nighttime effect, you're not going to get that on your smartphone. So that's what you get with a smartphone, the one right in your pocket. Like I said, you can get started right now. You've already paid for it. It's ready to go. There's other stuff that we talk about on this channel, a lot of lighting stuff and content creation and how to come up with subjects and topics and editing techniques and stuff like that. So be sure to like and subscribe. Now that you've got all this stuff, how do you edit it? Well, we've got you covered in that as well. So be sure to like and subscribe and pass it on. If there's another business owner that you know, a friend of yours that wants to get a YouTube channel, have them start here. Now, the second half we're going to dedicate to DSLRs and mirrorless cameras. They're the typical camera that you see. People have the strap around their neck, and you know, the ones that you hold and you focus and good stuff like that. That would be a DSLR. And now the more advanced one is a mirrorless camera. Now you can pretty much do this with the cost, DSLR, mirrorless, but because mirrorless is now becoming the technology of choice, it is slowly coming down. There's still a lot of used gear out there that if you want to experiment with it, you can probably find a really good DSLR or maybe even a mirrorless camera on, say, Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or something like that. Maybe even spend a little time at your photography store and possibly even rent some gear from them just to get your hands on it, to press the buttons, to see what it's like and all the fun stuff that you can do with it. It's a big leap from phone to DSLR. You might even want to take a class or watch a few YouTube videos, but pick the one that really suits you best. Now, some of the things that you can and can't do with a DSLR, some of the advantages are, first of all, you have an exterior monitor. I don't know if you've noticed this. If you're not into cameras, you probably haven't seen this, but if the camera's facing you, the back will actually flip out and you can turn it around. So if you're in front of the camera, you can see what the camera is seeing. You can turn it backwards and step behind the camera. You can flip it over and step in front of the camera. That little monitor becomes your friend very quickly. You do get to control the scene, unlike your cell phone or your smartphone. Notice my background is blurred out. That gives me the opportunity to be more of the focus, not to mention the stuff that's blurred out. Whoever's watching, their brain is very quickly going to go, oh, it's a bookcase with books, and dismiss it. Whereas with a cell phone, they might go, oh, that's a bookcase. What books do they have? And they've totally checked out on what you're trying to tell them. That's one of the advantages of the DSLR. You can blur the background with, and that is just simply done with the aperture setting in the lens. One of the other advantages is you can save it, whatever you're shooting, you can save it to a memory card. And that very simply becomes a quick upload. There are a lot of them that actually can use either Wi-Fi or Bluetooth and project to your computer. So whatever you're taking on the camera immediately gets transferred to the computer, or you can use the little memory card and bring it over to the computer and have everything that you need right there for your editing session. Well, did you pick up on what I just said? One of the which is a great way into the disadvantages. You can't edit right there on the DSLR or mirrorless camera. They don't have that capacity. They've got way too much electronics involved in just taking the picture. The editing is done on your computer, so you're looking at a separate program. I've covered this in several other episodes, but there are free programs all the way up to paid, all the way up to subscriptions that you pay for every single month. That's the subject of another video, but that would be on your computer, not in the camera. A lot of these cameras have a much bigger learning curve. There are so many options and so many buttons, knobs, and switches to set on this thing, not to mention what some of them do. Like when it just comes to setting your ISO, will have a great effect on the ultimate result of your picture. Changing the ISO or changing the aperture for depth of field or something like that. And plus there are tons of other features to help you get a great shot. Histograms and dividing the screen into thirds and all kinds of stuff that you can turn on or turn off. That's one heck of a learning curve. There are tons of options. And yeah, they do take a little while to learn, and could possibly take a lifetime to master, but you come up with some great shots. And also, one of the other advantages to the cell phones that you don't get with the DSLRs or mirrorless, you can't upload directly to YouTube. That would obviously be something that you've done from your computer once you've edited it. So depending on which way you want to go, personally, I say start, no matter what, start out with your smartphone. That'll get you into the process, that'll get you into the routine. You will learn a lot. You will learn a lot. There are a bunch of settings inside that camera that you can mess with. One of the biggest ones is stabilization. If you have to resort to either holding your phone or maybe even putting it on a selfie stick, there's some stabilization settings deep down inside the camera that you can start to mess with. There are other things like filters and things like that that you can start shooting with. Start messing with light. Start checking out light. All of this you can start doing. Oh gosh, there's probably only a minute or two left in this video. In just a minute or two, go get started and start creating some content for your business right now. Now, to get you up and running big time with video and your company, get Nate Woodbury's book, A Hero's Guide to Influence on YouTube. This thing covers it all. From cameras to editing to uploading to YouTube to lighting, you name it, it's all covered in this book. Click in the description down below. There's a link to get this book. You just pay shipping and printing. There's no profit involved whatsoever because we need you to get up and running. This will be your new YouTube Bible guaranteed. Click below and get your copy now. I'm Nick Mattarella with AdWise Creative. Thank you for watching.